Howdy friends. Well, you can see the beast has been hungry lately and I have been feeding him well. So I've got myself another shipment of plastic crack to open, and let's just go right into it here. Man, I'm just having so much fun. This week I have just been ordering figures like crazy. And I kind of justified to myself by saying, well, I can't go on forever, right? You know, I'm ordering a lot now because I'm afraid of them going up in price if I don't get them now. So I kind of, there's a fear of missing out thing going on, that if I don't get it now, it's going to go up in price, and then I'll be desperate for it later, and I'll overpay for it. So I'm trying to head that fear of overpaying for it, head that off by paying for them now and getting them up front. So yeah, I really appreciate the Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot feature as well, being able to order a lot of stuff and then have it just sit there for up to 90 days. Really nice. That way I can ease my mind by ordering it and saying, okay, I've got it, it's on order, it's sitting there, and then I can just have it shipped, you know, slowly as needed to fulfill my need, and also to clear out that pile, because that pile is getting big. It just keeps growing and growing. But like I said, I tell myself it's gonna stop sooner or later here. So just go with it for now. I'm having a lot of fun with it for now, and there's no reason to really justify it or explain it, right? Just enjoy it and have fun with it. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, like I said, I know it can't go on forever. Eventually I'll have ordered what's available, and then I just get to wait for the future waves to come out and kind of space things out like that. So hopefully I'll find something else. I've got another big purchase today to make. Very exciting. That's aside from all this, I'm expecting to get myself a new bike, so that's very, very exciting. Anyway, on with the show here, huh, folks? Woo-hoo-hoo! What have I got here? Well, let's start out with Stinkor. Wow. Wow, very cool. I love the colors on them, this orange and black. Wow. So, as you guys have heard me say many times, this is a popular refrain on this channel. It's another figure I didn't think I would want. I just, when I first saw them, I thought, it was, when they came out originally in the vintage series, Stinkor, it was already past my MOTU collecting era. I had stopped collecting Masters of the Universe by that time, and so I didn't have the vintage Stinkor, and didn't have any special nostalgia for them when they came out this time around, and I originally thought I won't get them because just saving money kind of thing. But then I just started reasoning by myself that I see so many skunks where I live. I go on walks frequently in the evening, and I often see skunks at night. They're just kind of cruising around doing their thing. I believe they eat some kind of grass or something like that. They're always kind of grazing, it seems like to me. So anyway, I think they're kind of cute. They're usually, I have interesting interactions with the skunks when I see them. They're afraid of me, and their tail goes up, and I'm like, no, don't come near me. You know, there's that thing. I have one time actually hit a skunk while I was riding my bike late. I was coming home from a bar where I had been drinking, and it was in a really dark part of a bike path. Luckily it wasn't on a road, but it was a bike path, and where there was obviously kind of semi-rural areas on both sides, let's say, and just coming down the path, and all of a sudden there's a skunk right dead ahead of me, and it was too close for me when I saw him to get out of the way, so I just went straight, and I went straight into him, over him. I don't think I hurt him too much because it's my bike anyway, but I squealed like a little girl. I couldn't believe the scream that came out of me when I hit the skunk. It was like, ah! I mean, there was nobody there to hear it but me, but I cracked up so hard because it was just like, wow, I had no idea I had a scream like that in me. Just did not want to hit the skunk. I thought I was totally fine, got clear. I didn't smell anything on me until I got home, and then there was this sort of smell of like diesel fuel, it smelled like, on my jeans, and I didn't bother taking them outside. I left them in my laundry basket in the house, and that smell, I woke up, went to bed that night, and then I woke up a few hours later and threw up from the smell of that stuff. So it's no joke, skunk spray. Anyway, that's enough about my skunk experience here. There is Stinkor, I have of course got 2 of them because that's my thing now. Got to have one to eventually open up, though I don't do it immediately, and then one to keep on card because I like them. And if I confess honestly with you guys, I think I've got a third Stinkor on order at Big Bad because I figure he's such a popular and cool figure that you know, I'd like to have an extra third to, in case someday I want to sell him or give him away or something like that. Anyway, very cool figure. I really like the back art too. The sickening foul stench of Stinkor can bring even the mightiest of Eternia's heroes to their knees. And here we are fighting Mossman, who I never had either as a kid. And apparently he has a smell of pine, I've come to learn. So we got the stinky pine guy fighting the stinky skunk guy, or the patchouli guy. So interesting. There we go. So we got some Stinkors here. What else have we got in this box of goodies? Let's go ahead and take out this one. Hey, Lord of Power Beastman. I love the color of this guy. Once again, common refrain. When I first saw him, I thought, don't want him, don't need him. Doesn't look anything like any of the toys I had as a kid. Looks kind of like an ape, I thought. So it's weird, but really, my brain thought I thought he was. I didn't like him, and now I absolutely love him. I love the bright reddish color of him, and all this yellow armor, the shoulder armor that's going to go on him. I love this kind of wrestling style belt that he's got on there. It's a big oversized belt, and I even like his big teeth and his grimacing, or not grimacing, but a growling kind of face. So really cool. Actually, I already have a couple of these. I unboxed off camera. So this is again my third of this guy. Because I just thought he's so cool. I've got to have him. And maybe eventually I'll open them all up and have armies of them. I think eventually even the carded ones I'm keeping, in 20 to 30 years I'm going to open them too, just for the fun of opening them again. Because it is fun to open these toys. But anyway, there we go. This Beastman, read the back. Beastman's primal rage is a feral force that only Eternia's mightiest can hope to contain. And we got him fighting original He-Man here, which is cool. Just kind of old school, or Beastman fighting old school He-Man. Alright, very cool. Very excited about having another one of these. So now I get to go through and look at all the cards and choose which is the best one to preserve and all that stuff, which is kind of fun part of collecting too. Alright, so let's get him off. I don't know if these are all showing up on camera. And get the box out of the way here. What else have we got here? We have Mosquitor! Actually, let's just go ahead and say, oh, well, we have 2 Mosquitors. Alright, so as you guys can see the trend continuing here. I'll go ahead and turn one around so we can show you the back. Mosquitor drains his victims of their life force, feeding his own power. So, again, the common refrain. When he first came out, I thought he was dumb looking. I thought his head was oversized. I thought he was just beyond silly, just like I originally thought the land shark was. I thought, this is just going too far here, MOTU. I can't follow you down that rabbit hole or path or whatever you want to call it. But as with everything else, given enough time, the seed was planted and started to grow, and suddenly what I thought was bitter turned into a pleasant flower or beautiful fruit. So, anyway, so more about why I got Mosquitor now. I started looking at other people's reviews, and I didn't know what this energy was for when I first saw him, this weird looking thing. But then when I saw him actually using it, I've seen people display it where it's attached around a figure and coming out of his face. It looks really cool. It looks like he really is stealing their energy, like you guys see on the back here. It'll be like that. What else about him? Yeah, he's got the 2 heads, this giant stinger head. I don't know if that's actually his head or a helmet. I think that's his head, because we have eyes here. Look like those would be his eyes. And one other part about him, my father actually was worked for a program that developed vaccines for the government back in the 1980s. So he worked on vaccines for malaria, actually, to try to work on, which they've never quite developed yet, but they were working on vaccines for malaria and have been for a long time. It kills millions of people every year. And so anyway, yeah, so he working on malaria, the main transmitter of malaria, or the only transmitter of malaria, is mosquitoes. They carry the malaria, I believe it's a bacteria in their blood. It's a certain type of mosquito called the Anopheles mosquito. These are all in Africa mostly. No, there's probably South America and all over, probably Asia too, actually. Malaria is a big problem all over the tropics. Nasty disease. So anyway, yeah, when I think about, my dad loved mosquitoes, or didn't love them, but, you know, worked many years trying to figure out how to prevent them. They have, you know, they had all the mosquito nets. They call mosquito the vector. That's what transmits the disease. Anyway, so thinking about all that, how could I resist a mosquito-based figure? You know, it's like family almost for me. So like the skunk is family because they live around here, and I see them all the time when I'm out and have interactions with them. Mosquitoes are like family because of that. My dad's previous work, working on trying to develop a vaccine to stop malaria, which is, like I said, massively transmitted by mosquitoes, especially a certain type. And we all know mosquitoes are kind of a trouble. I hear that I've never had them terrible where I've lived, where they really can like kill you almost. Thank God I've never experienced that. Okay, and one more I got here, I forgot. So we got Buzzsaw Hordak in here. As you can see, another one I thought I wouldn't buy originally because I didn't really like how his cape sticks up and back here to work the whole mechanism. And I have regular Hordak already, but as you can see, I've become a completist for the MOTU Origins now. And not only a completist, I probably want two. This is the only one I have of him, but I have a second one now in my big bad toy store pile of loot. I decided, well, I gotta have two of them, even though this is probably my least favorite figure of the Origins line because of that cape sticking up off his back. But come on, man, if I was a kid, I wouldn't care. I would love the fact that he had this really cool play feature. So it'll be interesting when I do eventually unbox one to try out that play feature. It's also nice to have that additional head. Other expressions are always cool if I am going to make movies with them. And Hordak is a character I would like to make movies with at some point. I do see him as a supervillain kind of guy. A James Bond kind of villain. So, what else have we got to show you on this that I haven't shown you yet? Okay. Hordak's Buzzsaw Blast catches his enemies off guard. And it looks like he's fighting the new He-Man that's coming out. Power Punch He-Man, I believe it is. Another one that I thought too dumb for me, but then I had to order one of them, and I guess I've already got two now on pre-order. So yeah, I might as well just admit to myself that anything that comes out, I'm going to have to buy it. I just saw the Manchild had a review yesterday. I saw of the Stridor and the horse. And it's one I also told myself, I don't really need Stridor. Never had him as a kid. Never thought he was all that cool. But I already admitted to Manchild, I know it's only going to be a couple days before I've got to order it, and I'm already starting to think that now. I love how all the vehicles come in the same size boxes. It looked to me, from what I saw in his video, that that Stridor comes in the same size box as at least the two cats. If not them, then the Land Shark and the Wind Raider. So they have similar sizes, which I like. Yeah, I think it looks more like it's the Land Shark size box and the Wind Raider box. But I like that they have sort of a uniform box because they're easier to fit together and cobble together in a Tetris-y sort of way in your closet, wherever you're storing them, if you're keeping them in box. Let's see. Yeah. Also, I had a comment on my last video from. Why am I blanking here? Anyway, boy, I got to remember this. I'm gonna have to cut some of this out here if I can't remember your name in a hurry here. Why am I blanking on you at this exact moment? Jeez. Toys. What's your name, Toys? It's. Jeez. Radical Toys. I am so sorry. Radical Toys mentioned any time you get a Stinkor is good feeding time. So today is really good feeding time. 2 Stinkors. I'm going to have a good time with that. So thanks everybody who comments and watches the videos. I always appreciate your views and your comments and just the kind of conversations we have back and forth. And appreciate everybody who watches this. and who enjoys toy collecting, and especially Masters of the Universe, because we're all in the same kind of club here. So thank you all for joining me again on this awesome unboxing day. I'm just so stoked to have these figures, and what more can I say? It's a lot of fun collecting these action figures. I'm glad I've gotten into this hobby, I'll say, and it's really a good time. So thanks everybody for joining me. Have yourself a good Friday and weekend, or whatever day you're watching this. Just have a good day. Take care. Bye.